I believe everybody has a path. So if you find yourself feeling pressured, sit down, relax, and go on social media and like the photos, and then leave your stress there. Because 2 months down the line, that celebrity you are like, oh, I wish I was her, I wish I was him, will be boring you some rent. Yeah.
We have to also talk about the freedom part of adulting, because with adulting comes a lot of freedom. Maybe Shelton, how do you navigate this freedom?
First, let me start by saying that freedom is not given. Actually, as we fought for our freedom, I was the first one of the family, and mzazi anataka tu continue to bado kwetu hapa, so tulianza na hiyo freedom ya time. Kwanza leo unakuja 6, kesho unakuja 6, unakuja 6:30, unakuja 6:30, unakuja 7, until sasa anaanza kuona it's a normal thing. So niko mkubwa, and freedom for me, freedom sijakuwa na freedom by the way, so sinanga that much freedom juu bado lazima nikuwe around to kuangalia the other siblings. And I can say being in campus, the only freedom I enjoy ni actually I don't enjoy any other freedom. The freedom niko nayo at home, yes, but then being an adult, freedom first lazima ujijue as a person, self identity, ujijue ati mimi ni Shelton and this is what I like, this is what I don't like, so that which you don't like usiallow that much freedom kufanya engage in other things like drugs for example. Kama huku unajua mambo ya drugs, na freedom pia inaweza kuwa mbaya, especially kama uko campus ama kama uko in this stage, juu anything you do hakuna mtu anakuhold accountable. You know, sometimes it's very okay when unaanguka chini then mtu anakwambia next time usitembee kwa stairs ukiangalia nyuma, right? It's very okay that way, but then now that kuna hii freedom, most of us we don't enjoy the freedom because freedom inakuja na more harm than good. Yeah, so to me I'm not enjoying this freedom actually, na especially sasa tufa kwenye tumefika, tuko na freedom of atupewi pesa, tumeacha tujitafutia pesa yetu, haibambi kabisa, but then I do believe if you use the freedom that you have to your advantage, then everything will be very okay. Lazima tuitumie to your advantage for constructive, but then ukiamua kwa advantage vitu zingine, then it is going to be rough on you.
Mimi siwezi sema like I grew up nikijua freedom ni nini personally, juu kazi yenye my dad anafanya currently ni chief, so si unajua tu like you surprised but so like vitu zingine I never sijui, like ilikuwa maybe church, home, school, kila kitu tu kutoka point A to point, kutoka point A home, hivyo tu, like I never got your freedom, let me say that. And nikikuja sasa huku college, like niliona like wow, ni hapa sasa, it's now or never, ni hapa. So like I remember like after nimejoin college, hiyo siku like I was so afraid because I've never been alone tena, but then I'm like wow, so niliona like it's something I never experienced as a kid. Hiyo freedom like ya kukua tena hiyo circle of friends. So me nikigrow personally, my friends, my best friend was my cousin, like cousin too. Then kama utuku nje you get friends. So personally nitasema I'm a victim of bad friends college. And then later on I came to my senses. I'm like, hii maisha hiyo, with the kind of friends you want to make it, utatoboa hata, you won't. And I came to peace with myself. I have to be a better person, and I have to change my circle of friends. And hapo ndo nililearn like sometimes we don't fall out. Ile kwa friendship we grow up. Tuna grow up too. So I decided to grow up and become a better person of my version, and hiyo freedom kwangu, the friendship part, it really never worked out for me. Sasa siku hizi it's either sasa hizi niko huku cover this attachment. It's either ni kutoka hapa niende home Hata napatanga ninakimbia. I'm like, nenda wapi kuna mtoto? Like I'm just rushing to niende tu nikae tu kwa nyumba because I don't know, like hiyo freedom I think I overdid the freedom. Yeah. The freedom part, I think I overdid it.
Yeah. Me too, I think from the time I was growing up, nikawa pia mimi sikupewa hiyo freedom. Like my dad was very strict when like hadi it to an extent that akanipeleka boarding school. Ndio like nisipate hiyo freedom ya ku mix up na watu huko ushago. So nikaenda campus. I think I was also nilienda tu na ile spirit bado nikakuwa poa nikamaliza. So when nilimaliza nikapata kazi now it comes like wazazi pia wakaniambia like sifai kutafuta nyumba like nafaa bado commute kutoka home. But sasa unaona like bado hawataki kunipea ile freedom like wanataka sasa nimepata kazi lakini bado wanataka like bado nikae home bado like sasa nikamwambia sasa kucommute kutoka home daily bado ni expensive. So ikafika point tukapelekana hivyo, but by the end of the day wakaniambia sawa, wewe tafuta nyumba lakini weekend ukue bado to an extent that nikikosa kuenda wananitumania like wanatuma sister yangu anakuja ananiangalia huko kazi. So ikaenda hivyo to an extent that sasa nikaanza kuambia sasa mimi sasa nimekuwa mkubwa like sasa mnafaa mniachilie juu hadi ile time nitaenda majuu sasa like sasa when nikikuja nikikuja itakuwa maybe hadi nitakuja after every 5 years. So like but sasa hiyo freedom ilinisaidia juu venye like najikalisha like naweza kufikiria like hii nyumba yangu like haina kitu like so I have to work hard maybe kama nataka kubai kitu sasa unaona wazazi hawako so like inakupea chance ya kufikiria like unafikiria hii nyumba yangu nafaa kuleta hii na hii nafaa kuongeza masomo hivyo juu uko peke yako lakini the moment maybe ningekuwa uko home singekuwa nafikiria juu napewa kila kitu. So like freedom pia inaweza kuja na advantages zake.
Yeah, and I think on that point most of our guardians or our parents still look at us as that little baby of ours. Ako kama mtoto ketu hata ukue first born bado wanaona you're still that child, you know, to a parent you're still the child. So I think it gets to a time you also have to tell them, make them understand why you need this space of yours, why you need that space, where you need to now get not so much attached to them because unajua huko nje ndo una explore na ndo unajua hizi vitu zingine. And that is one of the positives of adulting because adulting it may affect wase wengi wa campus because it's leading to very many young deaths. This adulting that we are fighting for, so to some extent it really doesn't work good for most of us because hatujui kui-control, hatujui how to go about it, and that is why we've brought you this video. Ndio maybe when ni fresher nashangaa sasa, hey manze, hakuna mtu anajua niko wapi, naweza kaa nje mpaka saa 7. No one cares. Okay, people care, but no one is really there. Wewe umeenda umerudi. So with that freedom maybe unashanga sana ama how am I supposed to go back? And you know friends are always there to advise you. Najua wewe tunasema peer pressure hata ukiwa mzee iko tu. People will tell you kwani wewe twende. Those things happen and we can't talk about adulting and not talk about how much comparison or how much difference. Okay, we all face adulting in a different way, in our own way. So kuna mse adulting yake imekuwa fresh kabisa, yani yeye angeulizwa angekuwa adult kitambo because of how good it's going for them. People are getting so much money due to this adulting. Some are getting so many friends, some are getting so many opportunities due to this adulting. And with it comes comparison. The same way our journey is different, it's the same way we look at other people's journey. We get to, like recently, earlier this week, I saw one of my friends just got up, got a ticket, went to Coast, bought a new car. Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. I mean, I get in a shanga manze kwa mfukoni kuna suu. Kuna mbele nyuma. Na ndio itanisukuma wiki mzima. Na kuna mse amelipa ticket. umeendea gari mpya. So it got to me, I won't lie, but nitafanya. Like I can't go steal a car now. I cannot go to go buy a new car. I can't do that. And in our previous video, we were talking about how we are not sold the struggle, we are sold the end result. Like I come and show you, this is my car. I don't tell you, this is how I got the car. Or these are the problems I went through before I got the car. So do you think, for me, comparison gets to me, especially when you get to Instagram, you know, unapata beshte yako manzi kumbe alienda sijui Switzerland na hata akasijua akapata jobs sijui nini. Like there's a lot happening, and looking at where you are at currently, you get to compare yourself. Like manzi umse yako 20 ama actually young socialite and influencers right now are very young, kitu 19 kitu hata 15 uko like manzi what am I doing? Nini nitafanya ndo nifike kama umse? So comparison really gets to us when you're an adult. I mean, ukiwa mdogo, yes, ilikuwa inakupata si kama sai. For even hanging themselves, they are committing suicide because of comparison. So what is your take on this comparison part of adulting?
I think it's normal. It's normal to compare yourself to other people. I think one thing that I tell myself every time that I feel the urge to compare myself to someone else is that we all have very different paths. I don't believe that there are two people who are created to do the same thing. Maybe your visions and whatever will collide at some point, but I think everyone has their own path. You are created on your own day, you know? And I think with that, you just tell yourself, bloom where you're planted. Because the moment you focus on your friends, what your friends are doing, it's good to benchmark, but don't pay so much attention to what the other person is doing. Then no one will be left cooking your food. And I think you'll have lost it. So comparison is normal. We all feel the urge to, you know, like, why them get a scholarship to go to UK or Canada, why not me? But to remind yourself, work on you. Because at the end of the very day, I think your path matters. You're starring in your own story. You're not the main character in anyone else's story. Yeah.
I'll start by saying, I'd advise everybody, take those things from social media with a pinch of salt. One day right now, there's a guy on social media buying the Range Rover, and then 2 months down the line, he's like, nichangieni nilipe rent. You know? Yeah, because you wonder, this guy was buying cars, flying showrays to Diani every other weekend, and then 3 months down the line, or even half a year down the line, the guy is asking us to pay for his rent, and even has the audacity to say it's only 100K per month. Hey, you know, like, we should be speaking as you are getting out. You know, these celebrities are very funny. Yeah? When we were eating the money, I was not there. I was just liking your post. Now, because there is no money, I am the one to pay for your luxuries. So to say, a lot of people are being pressured by hot air. There is nothing there. Out of 10 people who you know, who are your age, 8 of them are struggling, mostly like you. Yeah. The exception is a 2 or something, but not everybody. Some are faking it, and it should not be it's not your place to say they are also faking it. It's not your place to know and care. It's your place to continue working hard on yourself. On my end, as you have just said, I also have a friend who owns a Subaru. So we are the same age. There's another friend who has a family and has a home, and I'm 23, so you can understand. Yeah. So I believe everybody has a path. So if you find yourself feeling pressured, sit down, relax, and go on social media and like the photos, and then leave your stress there. Because 2 months down the line, that celebrity you are like, oh, I wish I was her, I wish I was him, will be borrowing you some rent. I also do take donations. I'll give my number under the description. But anyway, it's not a pressure. I was also been told, by the way, if you buy a car, out here, if you're watching the video and you feel the pressure of buying a car, And I saw that guy is consuming fuel and maintenance. You'd rather build a house or something else, but no pressure. I understand the pressure, but we are here with you. You can also look at your friends who are not doing well. Go on Facebook. Instagram, they post the nice things. Facebook is full of obituaries and people who are struggling in the villages. So if you feel pressured on Instagram, go to Facebook. You are going to see the guy you last met 6 years ago still in the village. I'm also on Facebook still, so I know what I'm saying. But guys out here, please do not have any pressure. Just hold on tight, believe in God, do your thing, and everything will come out. So,
I think Derek took the adulting hacks literally. So the hacks amewapea. I think we've tackled a lot on this adulting. If you're not an adult and you're watching this, it's still canon. Be prepared. So hizi ni tips zako za kukuwa prepared, like tunakusaidia kufika hiyo. We are not like we don't know much. Actually si ndo tumeanza hata hii, I don't know much, but at least we have some bits of it that we can share with you, or something we didn't know that we now know that we are letting you know. Yeah. Maybe we can have at the last takes, or maybe something to the youths wenye wanasafa na hiyo adulting, like kabisa, like there's someone who feels like it's not for them, and you can't escape it. Whatever you do, you can't escape adulting. You just have to live it. Yeah. So maybe that last take to that youth or that person struggling with adulting, or maybe navigating it well, thinking, oh, it's all merry.
Malcolm X alikuwa freedom fighter kama freedom fighter wa US sasa, was fighting for the Negroes. Alisemanga, everybody is a very funny human being. You fight for freedom, and when you are given freedom, bado unaichukua unapea mtu mwingine, unaona? For example, sasa naweza kuwa na fight the financial freedom, nikuwe na pesa, then after nimepata hiyo pesa nikuwe slave wa hiyo pesa sasa. So what I do say is that adulting is not easy. Ni ngumu, hadi mimi bado ni mdogo, bado ndo naanza kuitest na bado naona ni ngumu, but then ni kitu ina happen, right? So either we have to tunaweza end. And another thing I have to say is that kujicompare na stuff si mbaya, but then self identity na kitu ya maana. Unajicompare bado ukiendelea kujijua. For example, when Derek amesema anajua kwa 23, si ndio? Anajua jifika kwenye anaown Subaru. So hata kama anaona beshte yake kuna Subaru, haimpei pressure sana. Juu sasa labda yeye kitu ana struggle ni kila siku apata mila sina, si ndio? Yeah. Na akishaanza kupata hizo dozi zingine, then atakuwa ameachieve, like ni baby steps tu pole pole. So usijipe pressure na adulting. Another thing ni ati be responsible. Hiyo na sasa ina option just to be responsible as a person, and then work on yourself to be better every day.
First, social media hata mimi inanipeanga pia pressure. How can maybe I won't say the name, but a 19-year-old person alikuwa anatana 19 a birthday ya 1.something million. Okay, ilinipush, I'm like, kwani actually hata sijaji celebrate, like what am I even doing now for 19? So don't let it get into your head. And something else about social media, like people are buying cars out here. People are doing a lot of things. People are flying to Mombasa, everywhere else. But nilikuja kusikia someone else saying like, God's time is always the best. And I usually console myself by saying, what if nipate hiyo gari and later on it doesn't help me? What am I even doing? Ni ya nini? Like ikai tu hapa, it's doing nothing. It's not impacting me. So nasemanga ama najikonsole nasema like, for something to happen to me, to have maybe by God's doing it. Kama sina saa here, God is working on it, and I'm sure every one of us, hiyo ni prayer tunakuwa tukimake, like we receive what we want.
Okay, from the book of Ecclesiastes, it says that there is time for everything. Okay, there is time to be an adult, and there is a time like tutakuwa sasa wazee kabisa. So like in that moment you are an adult, make sure that like spend poa, alafu like take every moment at a time, usijipe pressure, take pace yako tu, like hadi figures zetu hazitoshani, so usijipe pressure.
So I would say, number one, give yourself some grace. I think that's one thing that we don't know, like how to give. It's easy to forgive others and you beat yourself up when you do something wrong. It's not easy to forgive yourself. It's so easy to love others, but to love yourself inakuanga such a hurdle. But mi nakuanga na mantra, like I need to be easy. I need to be easy with myself. I need to give myself some graces. Forgive myself for not having everything right. I don't have to be perfect, and I'm not going to put such bars on myself. Even like, especially society kwa hapo inakupatia bars. Oh, by 22 unafaa sijui ukwe na nini na nini na nini. By 25 ukwe married. Sijui 27 ukwe na mtoto. Like, honestly, there is a day I just sat down and I was like, who wrote these things? Really? Who said you're supposed to have a car by 21? Like iliandikwa wapi? Because mi sijaisoma kitu kaa hiyo. You know, like society inakupea standards and then wewe unataka ku take up standards that you don't even know zili originate kutoka wapi. So, I say that I'm going to be easy on myself. I'm going to give myself the grace to make mistakes and learn from them as I move on. Sindio? And then, to be honest, always run away from responsibility. With whom much is given, much is expected. So, ukiwa na hii freedom, we also expect you to we also expect you to take great responsibility over that freedom. Usikwe tu unaishi, honestly. And personally, I'm not big with social media because I do have Instagram, maybe delete Twitter. Yeah, Facebook, I'm neither here nor there with it. But then, like, I'm very conscious about what I feed myself. If kila siku najifeed na stories za our socialites and what they're doing with their lives, they're going to corrupt me in a way. They're going to program me also in a way. If kila siku naangalia watoto wako 15 wenye wana earn millions of money from just dancing like this on TikTok, like, I'm going to consume that and make it part of my standards, unaona? And I don't know from where wametoa hizo vitu zote. Mimi siku grow up na phone yenye ingefanya hizo vitu za TikTok, unaona? So, my journey, I take my journey wholesomely. Nasema, like whatever you are as Rael, you are unique in your own way. Hizi stories na portraywa kwa social media, like you don't know, like hao watu wanakupostia good relationships kila siku, but then like they don't tell you when they fight, they don't tell you when they're having problems, they don't tell you when they sleep hungry, wanakuonyesha wakibai magari, unaona? So it doesn't help you. Consume vitu zenye zinakubuild as a person as you transition through adulting, and carry some friends along.
I think I'd start by adding on to something that Ryan has mentioned, that it's good to sometimes take a social media sabbatical because it's a lot of curated content. People talk about IG, people talk about TikTok. There's another one called LinkedIn. You are 21, you have a master's, you have a doctorate, you're like, okay, I'm 22, I'm not even done with my undergrad, you know? So I think it's good to sometimes take a social media sabbatical off from media, like just focus on you. Someone once said that whenever you wake up in the morning, the first thing that you do is to check your mails, go to IG, go to WhatsApp. It's like welcoming people to your bedroom before you even dress up. So first of all, clean your room. Yeah. So I think taking social media sabbaticals to avoid a lot of pressure and comparison. And the best person to compare yourself with is the person you were yesterday. Because, I mean, you're an original, so you will never really find someone who is exactly like you. So live your journey, live your life, and one day at a time, God will work it out.
You have to be able to see the lines between the real and the fake, the pressures, and if I find myself at 40 without having achieved some things, I'm going to get some real pressure there. But that is real pressure. That's what I term as real pressure. But there is the unreal pressure. You currently want to own a vehicle worth 5 million. You don't even own a phone worth 2,000. Can you resell your phone for 2,000? You cannot even do that. My point is, you have to understand see the difference. You see, funguka macho ya kiroho, my brothers and sisters. Fungukeni macho ya kiroho, muweze kuelewa tofauti ya ukweli na uongo. Nimewaambia ya kwamba that you're going to find people out here doing their best. Wake up in the morning and do your best. Your best is the only thing you can offer to yourself and to the world. Your best. And you know the good thing about your best? You're the only person who can determine what is your best. So if I wake up today and say my best today is going to be calling a friend or two and just staying indoors, that is my best for the day. You can't call me and tell me, Derek, that is not your best. That is my best for today. So all of you who are listening, do your best. Do your best, and it can start by a simple action, like following me on social media. But point is, do your best, my guys. Do your best.
Thank you to you all for your points and active participation in today's show. I will end it by a quote by Abraham Lincoln that says, "You can't evade tomorrow's responsibility by escaping them today. You have to first tackle your responsibilities today so that you can be able to tackle tomorrow's responsibilities." And also a song by Paul Clement and Guardian Angel, and there's a part of it that he says, wakati wa Mungu ni kama upepo mkali, mlango hauwezi kuzuia, lazima utafunguka. So when it's your time, God's timing is the best. And when it's not your time, you cannot force it. But when it's your time, you can't control it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, so that this video and other videos that we've shot can be recommended to very many people. So until next time, adios.